play a hero unit, with the ultimate goal of destroying the opposing team's main base structure. The Tree of Life for the Legion, or the Sacrificial Shrine for the Hellborn. Before you can accomplish this, however, you must first destroy the enemy towers and buildings leading up to their main base structure. To assist you in this task, creep waves will spawn periodically and proceed toward the opposing team's base. The creeps will automatically engage each other and attack enemy heroes and structures. The most effective way to destroy the enemy base is to first build up the power of your hero. Heroes start at level 1 with no items and a small amount of gold, but as you play you will amass experience up to the maximum level of 25, and additional gold to purchase powerful items, increasing your hero's power and allowing you to eventually crush the enemy base. Right-click on the glowing waypoint to move your hero to its location.
Alright, so now you've had a little bit of an introduction here. So you see the graphics in and around the place. For this tutorial, this is the Pyromancer.
Blaze a trail.
Kind of sounds like a British kind of guy. But either way, I mean, the gameplay compared to League of Legends at any rate is very similar, since both games are based upon the old Dota archetype, which before that, Aeon of Strife. So we are going to use our mice. Our mouses, our mice, whatever. You take your mouse. We're not moving WASD. We're not moving with arrow keys. Arrow keys will move you around like this. WASD is just going to get you laughed at later on. So take your mouse, right click. Right click, right click, right click, right click, right click.
Obliged.
Now your heroes will talk to you just like you will have
Blaze a trail.
in League of Legends. So let's move here.
The fire guides me.
Several Hellborn ranged creeps have been spawned north of you. To attack them, simply right-click on them.
Alright, so this is what the enemy creeps look like if you are the Sentinel, the Legion. And this is an auto attack. You just right click on them, they die.
Let the flames fly.
When you killed those creeps, you are awarded gold and experience. Experience is obtained by simply being near enemies when they die, but to earn gold, you are required to land the killing blow on an enemy.
So, nothing different here.
You earned enough experience to level up. Each time you gain a level, you are given 1 point to spend on one of your 4 abilities, or an additional stat boost. Click on the icon for Phoenix Wave below to learn it.
Alright, so we do have a similar interface as to basically every other MOBA game. Over here is going to be your command structure, but we're going to ignore that for now. You do have your hero portrait, various stats for your hero, and then the 4 skills. So the 4 skills here, in this case, Phoenix Wave, Dragonfire, Fervor, and Blazing Strike. They're not going to tell you what they do because it's a tutorial. But in this case, the other thing that you can get in this game is these guys go to level 25. They don't go to level 18. They go to level 25 because we have this attribute boost. And then that's something you can get later on after you max out all your skills. So as I said, just like a regular Dota archetype, we have 25 levels with stat boosts. All of our heroes are based upon one of 3 archetypes: strength, intelligence, agility. So this is much different than that of League of Legends, because League of Legends went and introduced a whole bunch of new stats, and they abolished the old system. Now everything is HP and mana and ability power and magic resist and all that. So every time you get a skill, this little interface will pop up. Usually it is hidden. You can show it, but typically you leave it hidden. And this will tell you, how many stat points you got. This is your level, these are your stat points. Health, mana, and your items, how much gold you have. If you do hover over it, it will tell you a statistical breakdown of how much gold you've earned or how much gold you've lost. Yes, you die, you lose gold. That's something that LoL took out to make it more casual friendly. But they'll give you a little bit of a breakdown there. Obviously the minimap is here, and your items. If you want to open up the shop, you can click this guy, shop will open, but we'll get to the shop in a little bit. In the top left corner here, you do got your hero with your various stats, strength, agility, and so forth. This is for the Courier. We'll get to the Courier a little bit later. And when we have teammates, you can actually toggle a teammate overlay just like you have on LoL, but you can toggle it here in case you don't want to look at your terrible teammates anymore. You can just hide them. Up in the center here is the time in the map. as well as, you know, each side with how many kills each side has, your kills, your deaths, your assists, as well as your creep score, your creep denies. We'll get to denying in a bit. Other than that, scoreboard is up in the corner. You can bring it up, you can put it away. It'll tell you, you know, hero, if they're dead, what hero they are, and what color they are. So with that being said, let us get our Phoenix Wave.
Phoenix Wave is a spell that deals area of effect magic damage in a line. Now that you've learned it, let's use it on some enemies. More Hellborn ranged creeps have been spawned near you. Press Q or click on the Phoenix Wave icon, then click to aim it at the enemy creeps.
So just like majority of the heroes in League of Legends, click on a spell, you can click on wherever you want to go, out it goes.
All heroes have a primary attribute. There are agility heroes, intelligence heroes, and strength heroes. Agility governs your attack speed and armor. Agility heroes generally focus on dealing attack damage and direct combat. Intelligence governs your mana pool and mana regeneration rate. Intelligence heroes generally focus on casting spells and crowd control. Strength governs your health and health regeneration rate. Strength heroes are generally frontline fighters who focus on close-range melee combat. When a hero gets an item that boosts their primary attribute, their attack damage also increases. All heroes benefit from all three attributes. It's important to remember that you can customize your hero with items, and that the playstyle of various heroes can differ drastically, even if they both have the same primary attribute. Move to your team's Well of Life to heal and learn about purchasing items.
So yeah, we do have a well, a fountain, whichever. This is, you know, the Legion. This one is the Hellborn. Hellborn is actually made of tar and lava and fiery goodness, where this one's like a healing spring.
Ashes to ashes.
Located in the jungle are neutral creeps, creatures who are not allied to either the Legion or the Hellborn. Any player can kill these creeps for golden experience. If killed, they will respawn at their campsite periodically. Killing enemy heroes is the fastest way to earn golden experience, while also dealing a substantial blow to the enemy team. When you kill an enemy hero, you not only gain a large sum of golden experience, but the enemy hero loses gold as well. Certain heroes are designed to be strong later in the game, but start out weak. Having some players on your team hunt these heroes down is a good way to stop them from getting too powerful.
Bloodlust.
Destroying enemy towers is not only a necessary step towards destroying the enemy base, but it also provides your team with a significant amount of gold. When your team destroys an enemy tower, you and your teammates will receive bonus gold. If an individual player lands the last hit on a tower, they are rewarded with additional bonus gold. The three pathways which your creeps travel down are known as lanes. At the beginning of each game, most of your time will be spent in these lanes. Move to the waypoint to follow your creep wave down the lane to where they will engage the enemy creeps. You'll want to stay near the creep battle as much as possible to make sure that you get experience when enemy creeps are killed.
Pretty simple things, I think.
Let's get to it.
We're gonna have things spawn,
Blaze a trail.
and we follow them, just like a normal laning
The
phase.
fire guides me. No smoke without fire. Ashes to ashes.
In the laning phase of the game, it is very important to avoid taking unnecessary damage. You cannot afford to run back to base each time you need to heal, and items that replenish your health and mana should be used sparingly. Stay behind your creep wave and run back to your tower if the enemy creeps attack you. After a brief time, the enemy creeps will lose interest in chasing you and engage other targets.
Blaze a trail.
So, just like in LoL, you attack a hero, they're
Ashes
gonna
to
come at you.
ashes. Blaze a trail. Obliged.
For majority of the time, though, you do want to go for those last hits, and you do not want to be pushing your lane simply because of the deny factor that you can have in this game. So you only want to be...
As natural as it may seem to want to attack the enemy creeps, It is important to avoid automatically attacking them for too long.
Just like that.
Doing so may push the creep wave into enemy territory, putting you in a vulnerable position to be ambushed by enemy heroes. Until you are ready to push the lane forward and attack an enemy tower, you should focus primarily on landing the killing blow on enemy creeps.
So she does a lot better than I do. So
To avoid auto-attacking, you can either pace back and forth with move commands, or use hold ground, hotkeyed to H by default, to avoid attacking enemy creeps. Practice now by last hitting 3 enemy creeps. You can see creep health bars by holding down the Alt key.
well, yeah.
Blaze a trail.
That's going to be something that I actually do different. I actually have them turned on at all times by default.
Let's get
Yeah,
to it.
that's why I can see them and they can't.
No smoke
So let's kill a few things.
An enemy hero has appeared in your lane. In addition to trying to last hit enemy creeps, you'll want to harass enemy heroes to try to stop them from gaining gold too easily.
Duh.
If you attack an enemy hero with enemy creeps nearby, those creeps will automatically target you. As a ranged hero, you can attack an enemy, then run back to avoid the creep's retaliation. Only basic attacks will draw the attention of a nearby creep wave. If you use your spells on an enemy hero, the creeps will not attack you. Practice harassing the enemy hero with both attacks and spells, and ultimately attempt to kill her.
Same idea here, guys, for the laning phase.
Blaze a trail. Ashes to ashes.
She hurts. She hurts.
Obliged.
Oop.
The fire guides me. Ashes to ashes. Let's get to it. The fire guides me.
Okay, so she's obviously just going to charge me because it's an AI, but
At the end of the lane are the enemy's barracks. There is a ranged barracks and a melee barracks. Destroying these structures will cause your creeps in that lane to become more powerful.
just like destroying an inhibitor, destroying an enemy barracks is going to spawn you some nice beefy creeps. The only difference, you destroy those Rexes, they're not coming back, unlike those inhibitors. You kill these, they're gone. They're out, they're gone. That lane is now going to be a pain in your ass for the entire game.
Ashes to ashes.
So we're just going to push this lane. And, you know, so I'm actually level 25 right now. I'm just going to destroy things.
Let's get to it.
But, I mean, each side is unique. The Hellborn are kind of gray and demonish and very much red. As I kill the bot.
Obliged.
Now, see, these Imps here, they're on the Hellborn side, not the Legion side. So they come up red for me, but Imps are always gray. Same with this Warlock. Warlock's in, you know, kind of a
Blaze
red.
a trail.
Whoop, that was a miss. They're kind of this red outfit. Whereas these Treants, these saplings, they're always going to be green and leafy, and we have an Archer on our side.
Ashes to ashes.
So they're always going to be on the Legion side.
No smoke
So
without
Legion and
fire.
Hellborn, you know, they look very different. You should never be able to get confused here about
Blaze a
creeps.
trail.
If you are ever confused at the creeps, look at the minimap, right? You see a big
The
red
fire
dot,
guides
and he's
me.
running towards me. It has a red border around it, and you see these little red little specks on this map. Red means bad. Red means enemy.
Let's get to it.
Now the only reason you know, the Dark Lady here is red is because her player color is actually red. But you notice I'm actually blue with a green border, and green and green and green. Green is good. Red is bad. Green is good. If you have any doubt about, you know, these graphics, just go hit
Blaze
them.
a trail.
Alright, I'm gonna turn off the Pyromancer because he's annoying. But, you know, if you ever have any doubts about these, just look at your minimap. Over time, you'll be able to identify these right off the bat. Even if you can't identify them, just hover over them. See, a nice yellow border came over that top of this one. A yellow border means it's not gonna attack me. You notice how these guys start glowing red, and they get a red border around them. That means they're probably out to get me. And by out to get me, I mean like lots of blood. Boom. As she dies in a fire, literally, because I'm a Pyromancer. So I'm just going to finish up pushing this lane now. You know, defensive towers, again, these things are red. They're in the other Hellborn side. They're nowhere near my base. I mean, look at this architecture. It's all gray and lava-y, and there's fire everywhere. Not exactly the best picnic spot. See, nice, cool, calming, leafy, green, things are growing, etc., etc. So let's finish up this part of the tutorial, and we will move on to the next one after we destroy these barracks. These Beefy Creeps are going to come out, and they're going to start tearing up the town. I mean, these creeps will start eventually pushing all the way here up to the Sacrificial Shrine. The Sacrificial Shrine, very much like the Nexus, except that it's much cooler when it blows up because it's a Sacrificial Shrine.
Creeps in this lane are now much stronger and are worth less gold to the enemy. Additionally, the towers protecting the Sacrificial Shrine are no longer invulnerable. Kill those towers, then destroy the enemy Sacrificial Shrine to win the game.
If you say so, Miss Pudding, I shall do it.
Let's get to it. Ashes to ashes.
I'm on it.
Test souls.
Oh yeah, this is called the meatball. We don't know why it's there, but it's just a random building for you to destroy. And here's the Beefy Creeps. So these saplings look a heck of a lot tougher. This archer's actually, decently bigger. So compare those to these. Kind of weak saplings, archers, nice and beefy saplings, archers. So, 1,200 hit points over here. They do 100 damage a shot. These ones, not so beefy. They only got 550 to do 21 damage a shot. So, I apparently killed someone else. Yep, she's dead at my feet. Oh yeah, this is the death animation for the Sacrificial Shrine. A new world tree emerges. Happens every time you win. It's great.
Billy grows weary.
Wow, I do not know what happened to that minimap. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna blame Russia again.
For great justice.
So again, for the shop. For this shop, it's actually the new shop, the 2.0 shop. And really, you don't want to pay too much attention to anything except two sets of things. It's going to give you some decent recommended items here with a recommended item tab. And this tab will show you, it populates per hero. It's always different per hero. But these are the recommended items that you want to be shooting for, in the game. So the new thing that you introduced with this shop is this hero guide. And this hero guide actually is going to be very useful for you League of Legends players, because it's going to tell you what items you want to start with, what items you want to shoot for early game, and then core items you want to work with, and then the late kind of game if you go that far, the late game hero items that you want. And it does the detailed description, the proposed skill build, and here's the fun thing: you can auto level the abilities. It'll just pick all the abilities for you. So now, as I said, you get money. So let's just pick off some, beginning items to go with here. Oh, the big thing. Let's throw down this. Oh, you can throw down items here onto the ground. That's a big difference you can get here in League of Legends. The big thing in this game is under supplies is this monkey courier. So for the monkey courier, what you do is you buy him and you deploy him. There he is. Look at him, cute little monkey. Yep. Actually, you can even buy alt couriers and you can transform into other things. But this courier just works like a hero. So my hero, my courier, my hero, my courier. Both of them together.
Have a positive attitude.
If you remember, Dota came from the RTS genre. So the RTS genre allows you multiple selections. So we can have multiple selections. You see over here in the corner, it'll show you who you have selected. So this still courier, which I'm going to call number 2. So control group 1 is my panda. I use that by control 1, and then you just keep hitting 1 to recenter upon him. See, just like that. I told my monkey to be control 2. So now I hit number 1, I go to my panda. Go to number 2, I go to my courier. And the courier can do things like shop for me. So here I am in the shop. I have make sure that my monkey courier is selected, and I'm actually going to upgrade him. So you can make a flying courier. This is actually a spell that you have to cast on the courier, but you cast it on the courier. Okay, and I screwed that up because now I have 2 couriers. So that was my mistake. So this monkey can go suicide, and now, okay, I'll show you that again. You take supplies. If you left click on an item, it's going to bring up the recipes. So this is the courier that you need, and this is the recipe, but you can just right click on it or hit buy remaining, and you can buy the whole thing. So that's why that. So another courier. You can have as many couriers as you want. We've had some pretty fun battles with couriers, haven't we, Jeff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun to kill someone else's courier.
And he brings up a point. When you kill the enemy courier, you rob them of, 200 gold, and the ability to transport items between lanes.
Plus the item that was on it.
And if there's any items on it,
I
yeah.
am indeed a talking
So where's my courier? Here he is.
How are you?
So the big thing about the courier is, as I said, the courier, oh yeah, that one can go die. This one is the good one. He can shop. So this courier, let's say I
Are you
want,
trained?
just doing a video. So let's say I want to finish up my blood chalice. I put it on my courier. I have a delivery button. He'll now take this to my panda. You can actually make him speed up. He has a speed burst. Whee! And if he comes under attack, like during a big team fight, he can actually go invulnerable for a little bit. Very useful for keeping that courier alive. Here, courier. Here, courier. And then when he's done, you take him home.
I think.
So you'll see
Where is
that my panda, he was delivered his last part to this blood chalice. It combined, and now I have a blood chalice. I can right click to move it. I can left click to use it.
big guy coming through? Panda on the move.
Now, other things in this game is, let's
Big
go
guy
find a
coming
word, a rune. So, other things I'm going to do is I'm going to buy Ward of Sight. I'm going to take them up to my panda. Ward of Sight, just very much
I
like
am
vision
indeed a
wards.
talking
You put them
panda.
down, you gain
How are
you gain
you?
sight over a large area for a certain amount of time, and you can see those by using the vision wards. So the Ward of Revelation, so the blue ward. So blue ward and orange ward are the same as the blue ward, purple ward in League of Legends, and this is the thing that League of Legends doesn't have.
Match the moves.
Okay, thank you, courier. You can go back home.
I am a
Take this Ward of
fighter.
Sight. I can put this Ward of Sight on the top
I
highest
earn
hill I can
this.
find, right there. It's going to grant me vision for this whole area. Nice vision.
For great justice.
Now, this is the thing that League of Legends doesn't have: runes. There's certain runes in
I
this
am
game,
indeed a talking
and in this
panda.
case, Rune of Damage
How
is
are
going to
you?
double my damage. So take a look at my damage here, 5867.
I own this.
I take it. I'm now glowing blue. And, I'm doing 121 to 130 damage. These runes spawn every 2 minutes. I think they start at the 2-minute mark. Yeah, this is definitely Russian screwing me up. Look at that. Yeah. Well, that's right. But, you get the last hit, you get money, you get experience. You're going to go blue for a little while. And these runes very important, because these are huge for ganks. If you get a rune, right, and it's a double damage, and you walk over to some squishies, you're probably going to destroy them in fairly short order, right? So these runes, very useful things. You'll usually find people ward them because they want to know where they spawn. One spawns up top, the other actually spawns down here. Now I'm going to put up the rune here. So I'm going to put the ward there, so I can see said rune when it spawns. And they spawn every 2 minutes, as I said. So I think the first one spawns at the minute mark, and then it's 3, 5. No, that can't be right. The 2-minute mark. So 2, 4, 6, etc. So let's just wait 10 seconds here.
And different runes have different advantages. For
Yes.
example, illusion can cause them to waste their health.
Indeed they do. Jeff brings up another good point. Different runes do different things. So, okay. It's another double damage rune, but it did spawn at the 6-minute mark. So this is the practice mode test button. Let's see if I can spawn something. Power up. Alright, so spawn there. So this is the illusion rune. No, don't attack the illusion rune. Oh.
Yep,
Oh, I
it's
see.
yours. So same way. Spawn it as
Passive. There we go. So, the Rune of Illusion makes 2 illusions of me. Look at that panda. 2 illusions. Are you a talking panda? So we've seen the double damage one. The move speed one is haste. And it looks red. You take it. Now all of a sudden you move really fast. Actually you're going to move at the maximum move speed at 522 movement speed. So, early game, if you want to go run down someone, it's very possible with a haste. The regen looks green, and the regen does exactly what a regen sounds like. You get it? It's going to regen you at a very large rate for about 30 seconds. Now, it will dispel on damage, so you want to make sure you use it somewhere where they can't hit you. And that actually goes for all the potions here as well. Every potion in this map, so health potion, mana potion, dispel on damage. Big change from League of Legends. And you want to make sure you don't get hit by those. For example, the Runes of Blight, those are not going to they're not going to dispel on damage. The Runes of Blight, actually, if you take a quick look at it here, you eat a tree. I know it sounds weird, and we're all going vegetarian, but you eat a tree, Runes of the Blight, and it gives you plus 7 HP second for 12 seconds or so. So it regens 115 health. The last rune here is invisibility. Bam. Has a little bit of a fade time, but now I'm invisible. I can go wherever I want. People can't see me unless they can somehow, see invisible units. And the only way you can see invisible units is through the Word of Revelation, or in the relics, you can buy a bound eye. Think of it like an Oracle's elixir. But if you die, you lose it, just like the Oracle's elixir. Oh yeah, towers have true sight. Yep, just like in Law. So they see me even though I'm invisible. Fun stuff. So other than that, it just comes down to enemy fights. So let's spawn a Hellborn hero. Hellbringer sounds good. Spawn there. Oh god, he's gonna attack me. How can he see me? Whatever. He's a computer. He's a cheat. So when it comes to the team fight phase, you want to try to get your last hits on your creeps, just like normal. And you also want to be denying. Denying will reduce the experience as well as rob your enemies of gold because they didn't get the last hit. Denying is a very big thing, and they removed it from League of Legends, as I said, to become more of a casual, friendly game. As one video put it, why do you attack your own creeps? Are you a terrorist? That kind of fun stuff. And where did that Hellbringer go? Okay, apparently the practice AI isn't very good, but every hero has their own set of unique abilities. Woo! Bam! I sat on his head. I killed him. You're gonna get bloodlust. Easy stuff like that. And that is, the basic tutorial.